Thank you very much, respected Jagan Garu, respected Prakash Garu, other guests, invitees, all the association representatives, members of TITA. First of all, I would like to convey my heartfelt congratulations once again to Shri Sandeep Kumar for continuing as the president of this wonderful organization. And also hope that the rest of the team, rest of the office bearers who will all be selected to support him will also rise up to the occasion and perform a wonderful task. I also would like to convey my appreciation for TITA's last 10 years of activities and achievements. And I should confess that the support that we have received from TITA has been phenomenal. In fact, there are many programs of the government, Prakash Garu mentioned, Jagan Garu mentioned, which are today running very effectively on the ground because of the support that we got from TITA. About 7.5 years ago, when I joined as the IT secretary, the IT industry in Hyderabad was definitely growing. But we also knew that after the bifurcation of the new state, there are apprehensions in the minds of the employers. There are so many other issues which are being raised by the employees, the staff members of the IT companies. And as I said, when I took over about 7.5 years ago, I was very apprehensive. I was apprehensive that there will be agitations, there will be protests, there will be issues which will be escalated to the government, and lots of my time will be wasted just to sort out these kind of problems, etc. But I knew that while IT industry does not have, unlike the industries which have trade unions, which have labor unions, the IT industry does not have something of that kind, but attempts are being made. I had just learned at that point in time that in Bangalore, some very militant kind of association has started. In Pune, some other association has started. In Chennai also there is some kind of a union. And there was a fear that they will also do something similar in Hyderabad. And all the aspirations that we had 7.5, 8 years ago on how the IT industry has to grow in the state, all that will be compromised because of the irresponsible activities and behavior of certain sections of the employers and also employees. But now that 7.5 years have gone by, 8 years plus have gone by for the state of Telangana, and as Jagan Garu and others told you the numbers, we have had no hiccups at all, no commas at all in our journey. The kind of pace, the kind of speed that we have been following in the last 8 years is unbelievable. In fact, I'll just share one piece of statistic with you. In the last 1 year, the country saw an increase of 4.5 lakh new IT jobs, of which 1.5 lakhs was contributed from Hyderabad alone. So 1/3 of the country's new joinees in the IT sector, they were all from Hyderabad, they were all from Telangana. Similarly, as Jagan Garu pointed out, the value of the software developed here, the software exported from here has risen many fold. We are far ahead of any other city in terms of year growth. We are far ahead of the national average, and much more than that, the kind of vibrancy that we see. In fact, I can share this with you. Literally no week passes that we are not talking to some new IT company or an existing IT company who wants to expand further, who wants to set up new activities, new centers of excellence. It's all happening in a very congenial atmosphere, in a very kind of a business-friendly atmosphere. Having said all this, and of course, as I said, I would like to compliment TITA also for supporting us in all our endeavors. But I would like to now mention about one other task which we need to kind of overcome. There are 3 things which I would like to propose to TITA, and I do hope that in the coming term of Sandeep and the rest of his colleagues, good progress, significant progress will be achieved for these 3 tasks also that I am trying to mention. Many of you will be aware that our state government is implementing a flagship program which is called T-Fiber. In fact, the aim of T-Fiber is to provide broadband connectivity to every household in the state, particularly in the rural areas. And it's a very big task. It means that you have to connect 8.5 million households with optic fiber cable, reliable high quality connectivity. And the work is happening again at a very fast pace. While our original target was that we'll do it only by 2024, when COVID happened and we recognized that so much of digitalization is happening in the world, we felt that we should fast track it. And hopefully by the first quarter of next year, by 2023 or surely by April, May, we will be able to complete the rollout of this fiber to all the households in the rural areas to begin with. However, many of you will be familiar, there is an old English proverb which says that you can take the horse to water, but can you make the horse drink? So we are now facing that situation. And as I said, the work of T-Fiber is happening at a very fast pace. I can share some actual examples with you. In many villages, we have already completed the household coverage, but we also are noticing that it is not causing any kind of excitement amongst the community. I can just give you an example. Let us say you are a person, an ordinary villager who lives in a rural area, in a remote area. Suppose you went to bed tonight, and tomorrow morning when you woke up, someone tells you that hey, there is optic fiber cable, there is broadband at your doorstep. You are not going to start jumping in joy and rush to the market and buy one tab and one laptop and one smartphone. For many people, it is not giving any kind of significance. What is it really about? Is it so important that everyone is getting so excited? That kind of sense is not coming. And then we realized that the only reason why it is not coming is that they have not really seen the benefits of technology. And we are now convinced that all the effort that we are making to complete the T-Fiber coverage, the rollout, the thousands of crores that we are spending, so much of time, of manpower that we are spending on it, all that will go waste if we don't have the buy-in of the common people. And that can only happen if we can show to them that these are your important problems, these are some of the most pressing problems that you face, and this is how technology is going to solve those problems. And this is what we are now trying to attempt, to identify what are some of the most challenging problems of the people and what kind of technology solutions can we give to them, which is easy to understand, easy to implement, affordable, they can sustain it by themselves for a long period of time. We have started this work in the agriculture sector. All of you will agree that agriculture is one sector which supports the largest amount of rural livelihoods. So we have started identifying what are the difficulties a small farmer, marginal farmer, an ordinary farmer faces, and in the entire chain of agriculture activities, and what kind of technologies are available today which can help him overcome those problems, and how to make those technologies simple, maybe available in Telugu, there should not be any language barrier, how the person can use it on his mobile phone or with the help of the digital Telangana kiosks which are there in the villages or e-seva centers. So these are some of the efforts that we are making, and I am 100% confident that if we do this work sincerely, if systematically we tackle every problem which the person is facing, the family is facing in a rural area, remote area, and telling that this technology will help you, something which you have been facing for generations. You have faced that problem, your fathers have faced that problem, your grandfathers have faced that problem, but now I am willing to solve this because of this simple technology. So that is how we will get the buy-in from people, and people tomorrow will start utilizing this T-Fiber services that we are providing in every possible way. So my request to TITA is let us run a campaign in which we list out some of the common challenges which people face, for which we have a technology solution available, and then transfer that technology. The issue is not that there is no technology available, how to simplify that technology, how to transfer that technology, and how to make people imbibe that technology. See, many times we also face a mindset issue. If you go to a village and tell people that there is some technology that you can apply, Most of them think that technology is only for people who live in big cities like Hyderabad, who speak English, who wear these kind of Western dresses. They think that, and who have gone to colleges, who have some degrees. They think that they have never gone to a college, they don't have degree, they don't speak English, they don't live in Hyderabad, and therefore they just cannot use technology. But it is a mindset issue. We have seen personally so many examples in which even the most ordinary people have been able to use technology if someone handholds them for some period in time. You will be astonished to know that when pandemic started and when these lockdown restrictions were imposed, we were able to convert 1,000 plus Kirana stores in Hyderabad into digital stores. And obviously you will not associate Kirana store owners with high tech and all. Most of them have very average kind of basic education. They are also not very tech savvy. Many of them are old fashioned kind of people, elderly people. And we were able to convince them, and during COVID time, pandemic time, it was also a matter of survival. So they also showed interest when we told them that if you don't use these technologies, you will be completely wiped out of business. So things are possible, and this is what we want TITA to really participate along with the government in doing such things. The second important task which I want to put before TITA for their consideration is, see, while we are doing a lot to take IT to smaller towns, to tier 2 towns, even bigger cities like Warangal, Karimnagar, Khammam, etc., we still have a lot of ground to cover. Many of you have associates or members in your network who are located elsewhere. As was pointed out, you already have chapters in 33 countries. Many of your colleagues in these chapters must be working for bigger companies or even mid-scale companies. Can it be possible to talk to those companies, convince them about looking at starting new offices in India, and within India we highlight what are the benefits that you will get in Telangana. I personally feel that while we have started IT operations in 5-6 locations in our state, we are just about 10% or 20% of the potential. Almost 90% more, 80% more in that objective can be achieved. So we want your global members, and even many of you who work in companies who have activities which can be done in a smaller location. How do you bring your decision maker to that similar conclusion, that putting everything in Hyderabad or continuing to work in an overseas location is not that advantageous, looking at the way the pandemic and the post-pandemic work from home and some of these other new trends are happening. So we appeal to you, I appeal to you for your support in connecting us to as many mid-scale, small, large companies as possible and convince them to start looking at other locations other than Hyderabad so that the IT development across the state becomes very strong and very uniform. But there is one more responsibility, and I know that TITA has participated in such programs in the past, but we should do more of it, which is to ensure that good amount of talent is available in those areas also. So many of you would know that we have this institution called TAS, under which we provide training to students. But there are many young people who have passed out of their colleges, etc., some years ago, and they have not yet been formally covered by TAS. TAS mostly focuses on students who are still in colleges, maybe in the 4th year, 3rd year, and so on. So can we identify young people who can also be given some